Hello, hello. We are 5 minutes away from the Nintendo Direct. I am not really expecting a new Smash Fighter. I'm thinking that's more going to be like November or December for an announcement. We might get the full title for Breath of the Wild 2. We still haven't got the title announced yet. Um, Probably more Metroid Dread news. I hope that Nintendo doesn't spoil a whole bunch of stuff from Metroid Dread like they do with Pokemon, where they just show you every single Pokemon before the game even comes out. Um, I haven't. Supposedly, there's been leaks, but I haven't seen any of the leaks, and I don't know. I mean, leaks might not even be true, so it might just divert my attention and or might change my expectations to expect something that isn't actually going to show up at all anyway. But I don't know really what to expect. Probably it said it was mainly going to focus on games that release. Yeah, it says right here. Mainly focused though on games that release this winter. Not only, but mainly. So we could get a game like maybe one or two games announced for sometime next year, but it's mainly going to be games that are coming out really soon this winter. So Metroid Dread, maybe Monkey Ball. I don't know what else there's to announce about Monkey Ball other than more playable characters. I mean, they have Hello Kitty now. I would not have expected Hello Kitty to be a playable character in anything other than a Hello Kitty game. Which isn't there like some racing Hello Kitty game that's worth a whole bunch of money because it's like really rare? Yeah, maybe I'll just play as Hello Kitty when I play through the Monkey Ball game just for the memes of it. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that for the memes of it. Okay. Um, Trying to think of like what else I can say. Like I don't know what to expect. There's not much to say when I don't know what to expect. But there could be more because it's about games coming in this winter. That could I mean winter goes through until next year, so there could be more info on the uh the Pokemon Legends Arceus. And if it's mainly this winter that if it's mainly winter that might not that could even mean games with four windows, so this fall. So maybe some more news on the Diamond and Pearl remakes. I don't know how much more news there is to announce about it. I mean, it's a remake of a game that existed. We saw some. Did we see any new things for the game other than the graphics? I don't know what new things are added to it. It'd be really cool if they added Gigantamax for like one part, or for maybe just the post game, and like we get to see the 1,000 arms of Arceus that he's said to have had in the Pokedex. Like he gets some Gigantamax form, and he's surrounded by 1,000 unknown, or just a ton, because I don't think they can process 1,000 of those models on a Switch game. I don't think you can process that on a PC game. But okay, we got less than a minute to go. 40 seconds. So I think the Gigantamax forms is a perfect time to give Arceus a new form, because he's the god of the Pokemon universe. And so if he has a Gigantamax form where he's gigantic and has some all-powerful form, like creation form or something similar to Gigantamax Eternatus had some like his eternal form. Is that what it was called? I don't remember. But it wasn't just called a Gigantamax. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, some games might still, like they haven't compensated for when the games are coming out already. Here we go. Oh. Dragon Hunt? Monster Hunter? Is this Monster Hunter? Looks like Monster Hunter. Yep. Another Monster Hunter game? Is Monster... I'm not too familiar with the Monster Hunter franchise. Is it like one of those franchises like Call of Duty where there's a new game announced every year? Or a new game that releases every year? Or is this just DLC for Rise? Rise DLC? Yeah, Rise DLC. Okay. Sunbreak. Not sure if I'm going to go back to Monster Hunter Rise. Summer. Okay, so yeah, there's a game that's not coming out winter. Or DLC not coming out winter. Oh, full-on expansion. So, like, not just like one new monster.
Hello everyone, I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. What you just saw was the first trailer for Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak, the massive expansion for Monster Hunter Rise. Our friends at Capcom are working on many new elements that will enhance the experience for players of Monster Hunter Rise, including new stories, locales, monsters, and, although not touched on in the trailer, new hunting actions and quests.
22. Yeah, we could get Breath of the Wild 2 info. That's what I was thinking.
Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak, is scheduled to release at
Do we even know
DLC
like what season that game's coming out, or just sometime next year?
Please stay tuned for more.
No, I think it was first
information in
half
the
of next
future.
year.
All right, let's see our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
All right, what are we starting with?
Party during the day.
Oh,
Or at
the Mario Party All-Star game? Are we getting
It's
DLC?
almost time to party in the Mario Party Superstars.
Superstars.
Game. Along
Not
with
All-Star.
Spaceland and Peach's birthday cake, several other boards make their return. Take a stroll around Woody Woods, but watch out for those Monty moles.
I never played Mario
Change
Party
the
2
board's
and
direction
3,
when you least expect
so I wouldn't recognize any of those
Travel
stages.
between two islands
I played
like
Mario
Yoshi's
Party
Tropical
1,
Island.
4, 5,
Toadette's
6,
got the star.
7,
She might
and
swap
10
places with Bowser at the last second.
in the Super.
Party day and night in Horrorland. That King Boo statue is harmless during the day, but at night, it'll swipe stars from unsuspecting players. Need a break from boards? Head to Mount Minigames and play in minigame-only courses. Compete against players worldwide for the longest win streak in survival, or work together in the cooperative multiplayer tag match. Mount Minigames will have 7 courses available.
Mario Party 10, by the way, was not a fun game. Because everybody is on the same like vehicle,
Ready for the party of a lifetime.
and if one person lands on red, everybody
Mario Party
loses coins.
Superstars launches on the Nintendo Switch
And so it's not much of a
October 29th.
game where you
Pre-orders are available
compete
now
against
on
each other.
Nintendo eShop.
Like you're like forced to
A new
cooperate a lot,
RPG is in the
like
cards.
for like the main game.
Welcome to Voice of Cards.
Although you can play, it is a 5-player game where you have 4 people all playing, and then one person can play as Bowser against everybody else, which is kind of interesting. And the Bowser player uses the gamepad. What is
At
this?
the Queen's behest, you'll set off on a fantastical journey to
Square
slay a
Enix?
fearsome
I
dragon
missed
for
what the title
honor
said.
And fortune. Everything in this realm is represented as cards, from the protagonists to shops.
I don't know if I'd want to play a card game on a video game.
Environments. In this fresh take on tabletop.
It'd be really funny if they brought back that old
You'll square off
PC
to turn
Pokemon
these
game
card
with
battles.
what was her name?
Skills
Ashley?
and
Had
a
a
little bit
creepy
of luck
smile.
will determine the victor.
Back when 3D animation was still quite in the works. I still have that disc, too.
From the creative minds of
Wonder if it
Yoko
would still
Taro,
work.
And Yosuke Saito is about to unfold.
Music is
Voice
nice.
of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars launches on Nintendo Switch October 28th. Pre-orders and a free
Not a
download
game for me.
available today on Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, it'd have to be like a card game that I've actually played the
Become a
physical
hero
card game
or
of.
an
Like,
absolute
if it's a brand new
disaster of
video game,
TV.
there's not even actual cards of it. Like, I don't understand
You
why you'd want to
awaken
play
in
a video game
hotel
of a card
room in
game.
the city of Revachol, devoid of your memories.
Who puts their tie on
Soon,
a
you
fan
learn
blade?
that you're a detective and get entangled in a strange murder case in the groundbreaking role-playing adventure Disco Elysium: The Final
Okay.
Cut. As you interrogate people and uncover clues, internal dialogues will begin. To investigate, you'll need the help of the 24 skills living within you. Your behaviors and available choices will change depending on how you develop these skills, directly
That's interesting.
impacting how the story progresses.
That gives it some replayability.
What sort of detective will you become? Disco Elysium.
I like
The
games
Final
where there's
Cut
so many
launches
options that
digitally
it's a
on
game that you
Nintendo
can play
Switch
over and over
October
again.
12th. The physical version of the game will launch early 2022. Pre-orders for
It
the
makes a
digital
short
version
game
begin
feel
today on
longer
Nintendo
that
eShop.
way. When you can play it multiple
Uncover more
different ways.
stories
Ooh,
in Hyrule Warriors:
Oh, yeah,
Age
the
of
second-
Calamity.
the second part of the DLC. What's this? The Blight? Oh, little Sidon.
About
Huh?
that courageous friend of yours, it seems I owe him as well. Yeah.
The King of Hyrule must not fall!
You know, you're pretty good for a little kid.
We'd better partner up on this, don't you think?
They won't harm you.
Okay. Is it just another playable character? Or more story? I like the video. Really interesting. I don't know. Expansion pass. Yay! They're playable. That's what I was hoping for.
Oh yeah!
Okay, I don't have time to read all that.
Ready, set, Chocobo!
Chocobo!
Start your engines and get set for a new racing experience. Race as
Another
familiar
racing
Final
game.
Fantasy characters like Chocobo and Gilgamesh to be the first across the finish line.
Someone else trying to be Mario Kart.
Edge out the competition by using drift boost to cut corners.
I don't know anything about the franchise, so
Magical
this
stones
doesn't
called Magicites
draw
are
me in.
contained inside items. Collect these throughout courses to
Yep,
cast
it's another
magic
Mario
like
Party.
fire and arrow to
Or Mario
blast away
Kart.
opponents. Acquire Magicites of the same element to cast even more powerful spells.
This doesn't draw me in. I already have Mario Kart. I don't
Each
understand this
racer
franchise
also has a
enough.
special
Is it
ability. Use it at the right time
to
to turn the
really
tables.
want to play spin-off games of it?
Engine customization options will be available, as well as local and online multiplayer. Up to 64 players can compete in a bracket-style tournament to determine the racing champion.
Kind of cool how it's more than just carts, though. Like, that
Chocobo
one's on
GP
rollerblades.
races exclusively onto Nintendo Switch next year.
Okay.
What did you think? Before we show you our next video, we have some news about the last fighter
Smash
for
Brothers?
the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. Mr. Sakurai, the game's director, will reveal this fighter in the final Mr. Sakurai Presents video on October 5th.
Okay, October. Yeah, I didn't expect it today.
He'll also show you how to use this fighter, so please look forward to it. It's been about 3 years since the game was released. This will be the last presentation about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I hope you'll check it out.
All right.
Next,
October 5th.
please take a look at this.
What do we got? Do not smash. What is this? What is this? Is this Splatoon 3? This might be Splatoon 3 right here. Is this Splatoon? I can't tell. Tropical area. Look, it makes me think of New Kirby. Yep, you're right. Crash Bobo, New Kirby. Actually, it looks really good too. Is it 3D? 3D Kirby! 3D Kirby! Wait, yes, 3D? Is it 3D? We get a 3D Kirby for the first time. All right. I am interested in this now. We had like a top-down Kirby, but it wasn't like a full-on 3D adventure like this. And it wasn't very... like, all you did was suck up things and spit them back out. You didn't have powers like this and a full-on adventure. All right. I was going to say, how are bosses going to work? Monkey. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. When is this? Release date? Spring. Okay.
That was the
Looking forward to
trailer
that.
for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. In this new game, you can freely move around in 3D areas using familiar Kirby moves. The setting also appears to be mysterious, filled with abandoned structures from a
Little
past
ducklings following you?
civilization. What lies in store for Kirby? The game is scheduled to release in spring 2022. We hope you'll look forward to Kirby's new adventure.
Could still be delayed though. So
Next, we have this to show you. Please
just
take a look.
this. New game? More details about a game? Breath of the Wild? Oh. I heard piano, I thought Breath of the Wild. The Roost. What is this? I haven't played this game in like over a year now. More details coming in October.
Since its launch in 2020, the Animal Crossing New Horizons game has been enjoyed by many players around the world. New free content will arrive in November.
All the new content is free.
In preparation for its release, we will be airing an Animal Crossing New Horizons Direct in October.
Okay.
In it, we'll go over the content in more detail.
The box of the game says that there's
Please be on the
paid
lookout for
content
the air date of this
in the game,
presentation.
but so far everything's been free that they've added to it.
Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
2 games.
First
one
get to
game
beat, yeah, I
update,
think it was
and
Breath of the
lots
Wild with the
fun.
piano.
4. More free content is coming to the Mario Golf Super Rush game. Koopa Troopa enters the fairway as a playable character. Dish out tricky shots and dashes to mess
That game I
with
think would be a lot more
competition.
fun with friends. It's
Ninja will also be
Oh.
playable.
Ninja.
Take advantage of Ninja's
You know what?
blinding
I
speed
did, for a second I
to
thought that was
opponents.
one of those Fall Guys characters. So now I'm thinking that'd be a perfect costume for
Horses are also being
Fall
added.
Guys. That little thing from Mario Brothers
These
2.
additions will come swinging in as a free software update later today. What's this? An
A
invitation?
Disney game?
You're invited to live in a magical world with Mickey Mouse and
Oh,
dozens
it's
of
another game
Disney
where you use the
characters.
Mii's.
Spend time with Disney friends. Craft your own whimsical costumes and furniture. And explore delightful Disney-themed
Okay.
worlds. All downloadable content from the original Nintendo 3DS version is included. Disney Magical World 2 Enchanted Edition.
I don't really
soars
care about
onto Nintendo
Disney
Switch
video
this holiday.
games. I'm not really a fan of movie video games in
A
general.
beloved Star Wars game is coming to Nintendo Switch. Blast off to captivating planets and join forces with Jedi,
Is this an old game?
droids, and outcasts in this
Looks like something
blend
was on
of
the
action,
PS2.
role-playing, and adventure. Will you use the Force for good, or will you be lured to the dark side? Your choices determine the galaxy's fate in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, launching on Nintendo Switch November 11th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. There's one thing you must always remember. Stay human.
What is this?
This is the city, humanity's last stronghold against a virus that turns people into the undead. In the cloud version
Okay,
of
another
Dying
zombie
Light
game?
2 Stay Human, you'll need to master both parkour and tactical combat to survive in this brutal open-world action RPG. Explore alone.
An open world zombie
or
game
with
though.
up to 3 other players in online co-op as you unravel the dark secrets of those in power during the day. Then plunder the layers of the infected at night. Your decisions will shape the story, but they'll also have consequences.
Zombies are really
No matter where
overrated
your
at this
actions
point.
lead you,
They're
there's one
overdone,
thing you must always
overused,
remember.
over
Stay
everything.
human.
I'm over zombies.
While you're at it, take the prequel on the go in Dying Light Platinum Edition. Scavenge for supplies.
It was kind of cool back in like
weapons,
the first Call of Duty
and
game where they
face
added
clears of the
zombies, but that was about it.
infected
And then I like
post-apocalyptic open
when I saw
world.
every video,
Dying
like
Light 2
game after
Stay
game
Human
doing
Cloud
zombies, it
version
just
launches on Nintendo Switch February 4th, 2022.
I'm not
Free
into
demo
it when
will
it's
also launch the
happening
same
so
day
much.
on Nintendo eShop. Dying Light Platinum Edition comes to Nintendo Switch October 19th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. Utility, morality, or liberty.
Octopath, or is this the
In Triangle
new game?
Strategy.
Triangle
a
Strategy,
fiery
that's right.
Chronicle of War presented in stunning HD 2D.
I really like the art style and the music.
Your actions
It's like
will lead
3D,
you through a
and
riveting
then
story
all the characters are
that changes
2D
based on the
pixel
decisions
art,
you make.
and all the textures are 2D pixel art, but then you, sort of a blurry background.
You have gone
And the lighting
to
is really nice,
one
too.
place I cannot follow.
In response to the survey about the demo released in February of this year, the game has been fine-tuned with a focus on elements that received lots of feedback. These include adjustments to the difficulty, improvements to on-screen visuals, camera angle controls,
Oh,
the ability to review previous dialogue,
okay, that's really nice.
and
In case you
streamlined
accidentally
game
skipped
flow
it.
and loading times. More details are now available on Nintendo.com.
Splendid.
More
Triangle
3D
Strategy will
images
launch
now.
on Nintendo Switch March 4th, 2022.
Okay.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Internet's having issues again. Dread news. I don't know why I did that.
You are faced with overwhelming power. Your highest priority should be simply to survive.
Priority is simply to survive. So what is your goal in this game, though? Because all the Metroids are gone, supposedly. Are they trying to get the Metroid DNA from Samus's suit?
Small opportunity to escape. Don't let your guard down.
Alright, first time we've ever gotten that in 3D. Oh, we're gonna like build Samus's suit back up. First time we've ever gotten Kraid in 3D. Wonder if the different colored robots mean anything. Like some are fast or tanky or whatever.
Samus Aran, the most powerful bounty hunter in the galaxy, embarks on a new mission to the uncharted
Voice acting
planet
narration.
ZDR.
ZDR.
Objectives? Confirm whether the deadly X-parasite still exists, and figure out why the EMI research robots in search of it have mysteriously gone dark. Early readings reveal that planet ZDR is divided into multiple environments, each with its own elements. and organisms. Remnants of the mighty Chozo civilization are also scattered throughout.
Is this where the Chozo
including
lived?
That the Chozo may have once called the planet their home.
Yep.
Visit
Okay.
Metroid
Chozo homeworld.
Nintendo.com to read Metroid Dread Report Volume 8 for a detailed account of the terrain and life forms you may encounter in the Metroid
Alright, so
Dread game.
Samus is
Be
going
sure to
back
view
to the
other
Chozo
Metroid
homeworld.
Dread reports there as well. You'll want to prepare yourself for the dangers that lie ahead.
I'm not going to watch or look at any of
Metroid
that.
Dread
The game's coming out in
launches
like
on
2
Nintendo
weeks
Switch
anyway.
October 8th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
How was that? Up next, we have news about Nintendo Switch Online.
Online?
People
64?
have been using Nintendo
That was the
Switch
only thing that I
Online
heard
since
about
it launched
that
in
people were talking
September
about with
2018.
rumors.
In addition to the current membership, we'll be adding a new membership plan.
A new plan. So like you have to
As
pay
part of
extra.
This new plan's content,
64! 64! Yes!
you'll be able to play a collection of Nintendo 64 games. The Nintendo 64 system launched 25 years ago. I think this system gave many players their first 3D gaming experiences, as well as intense 4-player multiplayer action. With Nintendo Switch, up to 4 people can
Mario
play select
Tennis?
Nintendo
I remember
64
playing that
games
at, like,
locally or
McDonald's.
online. Also, with this new membership plan, in addition
All right.
to Nintendo 64 games,
Genesis?
you can play a collection of games from Sega's Genesis.
Sega Genesis! That was unexpected.
This means you'll be able to play these classic games whenever and wherever.
The
you
Dolphin
want.
game?
The new plan will include all elements of the base Nintendo Switch.
Alright, so
Online
we can't
membership,
just expect Nintendo consoles
as
then.
well as the ability to play the included Nintendo 64 and Genesis.
Are we getting a 64 controller?
This is Nintendo
And a Sega
Switch
controller?
Online plus expansion pack. This new membership plan will be added in late October.
Okay.
Of course, you'll still be able to continue using the existing plans. Also, those who have an existing membership plan can change over to the new plan.
Alright.
We'll share more details about this new membership plan at a later time, including the exact release date and pricing information. For now, however, we'd like to announce the games that will be available when it launches.
Ocarina of Time. Yoshi Story! Yoshi Story! Yes! Yoshi Story is such a good game.
As well as
Bum,
these
bum, bum,
Genesis
bum,
games.
bum, 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 bum.
We'll also continue
bum,
adding
bum,
more
bum,
Nintendo
bum,
64
bum.
games such as the
Majora's
Legend of
Mask.
Zelda Majora's Mask and F-Zero X.
F-Zero.
As well as other
Alright.
Nintendo 64 and Genesis
Pokemon
games
Snap,
going
the original,
forward.
so people can play that on their Switch now. Crystal Shards, that's a really good game. There's Paper Mario. Paper Mario. Banjo-Kazooie!
Furthermore, we've prepared Nintendo 64
Yes!
and Genesis controllers to ensure the games can be played with the same style controls from their original releases. Both can be used wirelessly. These controllers will be available for purchase by any Nintendo Switch Online member.
Yep, there's the controllers. I'm getting that 64 controller. Maybe this Sega.
Hope you'll look forward to this new membership plan, Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack. Let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
There's plenty to play. in
All
these
right, I'm happy.
collections.
That one rumor that I did hear was true. The
Cyberpunk
64
meets
games.
fantasy
And I'm
in
glad
this
we're getting
3D
Banjo-Kazooie,
collection
which
of
means
cult
we'll
classic
probably get
RPGs.
Banjo-Tooie at some
As a
point.
Shadowrunner mercenary, you'll
Maybe, like,
explore a
next
dystopian future
July
where
or
magic has
something.
reawakened and fantasy creatures have come back to life. Immersive branching narratives, skill-based.
So now
character
people will...
growth, and
well, they're
gripping
not...
turn-based
Unless they're...
tactical combat
If they're
await
adults, they probably
Shadowrun
won't understand.
trilogy.
Like, they won't have the nostalgia
Launching
of
on
it,
Nintendo
but...
Switch next
Now
week.
people will finally understand, like, what Banjo-Kazooie is about.
The perpetual struggle against
And why I was so
Count Dracula
excited that he was added to
continues.
Smash.
Castlevania Advance Collection brings together 4 classic Castlevania games with deathly.
It's a very
beautiful
cartoony
graphics,
game, which you don't really see very
haunting
much.
music.
Like, very comedic, cartoony
Quick
games.
save and button mapping features will also ramp up your fight against evil. All regional versions of each game, as well as a gallery mode with never-before-seen artwork, are included. Castlevania
Okay.
Advance Collection launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
I'm not a huge Castlevania fan. I played a little bit of
Almighty
a couple of
Classic
games, but
returns.
that's really cool. I know a lot of people really like those old games. Ooh, a remaster.
The classic Super NES game ActRaiser returns on Nintendo Switch.
I don't know
Now
what this game
remastered
is,
in
though.
HD. As the Lord of Light and Almighty God, only you can save mankind from the forces of Tanzra, the Lord of Dark. You'll wage war in 2 phases. First, strike down monsters.
Nintendo's
in
hitting us with the
side-scrolling
nostalgia
action phase
today.
To liberate the lands from the grasp of evil. Master swordsmanship and magic to vanquish all who stand in your path. Then, cultivate the lands you've liberated in the world-building creation phase. It's up to you to decide which structures will be destroyed to make way for new ones, creating a flourishing civilization. As you do so, your powers will increase, giving you an edge in both phases. Alternate between the original and rearranged versions of the beloved soundtrack and enjoy brand new music. New stages and new boss battles also await. ActRaiser Renaissance
Looks like they
descends onto
try to
Nintendo
keep
Switch
it
later today.
similar to the Super Nintendo game while making
A new chapter is about to unfold.
another one. We just got chapter 2 though. We just got chapter 2. I just streamed it not even a week ago. Oh wait, is it just more about 2? So we just got chapter 2. Oh wait, what? Oh, I forgot. You can wear different clothes. I just never figured out how to switch the clothes. Chapter 1 and 2. Okay. So it's not about 3. It's on the Switch now. Okay. Yeah, I forget it wasn't on Switch yet. So that still had to be announced. Oh, it's a compilation of new games. I know a lot of people are excited for this game. I don't know anything about it though. Is it a brand new game or is it part of a franchise that's already existed? Yeah, Deltarune is just the letters in Undertale moved around, and it's a sequel to the Undertale game. First 2 chapters are free, and the second one was going to cost a lot, but Toby Fox said that
How's
because of COVID
everything?
he was making
There
it free.
are still a few more announcements in today's Nintendo Direct.
Still more.
Oh, Miyamoto-san.
Miyamoto.
What brings you in?
I
Hello.
wanted to make an announcement, so I was hoping I could step in.
Oh, of course.
Hi everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. We've previously announced that I have been working with the Hollywood movie studio Illumination and its CEO and producer Chris Meledandri-san, who are known for movies like Despicable Me and Sing.
You wanna get a trailer for the Mario movie?
Full-length animated Mario movie for the big screen. Today, I wanted to announce its theatrical release timing. Ta-da! The movie will be
Holiday.
released in theaters
Okay.
in Holiday 2022. The release date for North America is on December 21st.
Okay, so it's gonna be a
Announce
Christmas
release
movie.
dates for Japan, Europe, and other regions at a later timing. It'll be a while longer until we can share a glimpse of Mario in action on the big screen. But today, I also wanted to reveal our key cast members who will be voicing Mario and his friends in the movie. First, of course, is Mario, who will be played by Chris Pratt.
What?
He's so cool. Mario will be talking a lot
What?
in the movie. Please look forward to
What?
Mario as performed by the
Chris
very talented
Pratt?
Chris-san. Next, Princess Peach will be played by Anya Taylor-Joy. I can't wait to see a very spirited Princess Peach. Mario's little brother, Luigi, will be played by Charlie Day. I'm excited
They're
for you
not-
to see this
what?
timid sibling appear on screen. Bowser will be
Jack-
played by the one and only Jack Black. I'm expecting a monster performance by Jackson.
Jack Black as Bowser, okay.
Michael Key will be playing Toad.
Michael Keaton Kitty's Toad. What is this?
Even though this is a Mario movie, Donkey Kong will also be making an appearance. He will be played by Seth Rogen.
What is this casting?
Donkey Kong by
What?
Seth Rogen. And of course, Charles Martinet.
Okay, at least he's
who has
in.
voiced Mario and many more Nintendo characters in our games over the years, is also involved.
Okay,
He will be
involved.
appearing in surprise cameos in the movie.
Cameos? Is it? This is.
We
It's
also
not live
have more
action, right?
incredible talent joining the film
What?
to play some of our
This
other
is
beloved
animated.
characters. That is all I can share with you today about the Mario movie.
What is this
This is a
casting?
very collaborative project between Illumination and Nintendo. We've all been coming up with all sorts of ideas, and I myself am enjoying a creative process that is a little
I'm
bit
so
different from making
confused.
games. It may be a while until we can share more updates, but I hope you'll look forward to it. Koizubi-san, back to you.
Please look forward to Mario's adventure jumping into the world of motion pictures.
I don't know what to say to that.
Next, we'd like to show you this.
Chris Pratt as Mario. Who came up with this? Splatoon 3. Ooh. Oh. That's really interesting. Yeah, like what was that game that came out on PS4 recently? Like last year? It was really, or 2019? Where you did that a lot. Really difficult. I don't remember what it was called. Some furry? A hairy tentacle? This music sounds a lot like it would be Monkey Ball. Oh, and that sound that sounds like Fall Guys. Not Spider-Man. What was it? It was like some Japanese game, like medieval Japanese. Is it medieval? Is medieval? No, that's is medieval only Europe? I don't know what medieval counts for the entire world. Splatoon 3 release date? Reminds me of the Chuzzles. No release date? Yet?
Hello, everyone.
Still talking about it?
I'm a researcher from the Squid Research Lab. I've been meticulously studying the mysterious squids that can transform into humanoid form. What you just saw was the latest research footage from Splatoon 3. Allow me to share a bit of what we know so far. Splatoon 3 takes place in Splatsville. It's known as the City of Chaos. Centered
City of
around
Chaos.
Splatsville are the Splatlands, a place long inhabited by advanced sea creatures such as squids and octopuses. Buildings spanning several generations are crammed into the city, creating its distinctive culture. In the Splatlands, turf war appears to be a popular activity.
As it always is.
Rules are unchanged. 2 4-player teams compete against each other to
We're gonna get a
ink
new
the
game
most
mode
area.
announced, maybe?
However, the trend seems to have undergone a major
I like the
shift,
bow and arrow.
with the existence of new main and special weapons confirmed in the footage. In the latter portion of the footage, we were able to observe activities from Story Mode, the single-player campaign.
Return of the mammalians.
Oh.
Meaning the
That's why
reappearance
there's
of
fur.
mammals, appears to be the theme of story mode this time around. What could this possibly mean in a world where all mammals, except for 2 cats, have vanished? It appears that there's still a lot to uncover. But we'll continue with our research and keep you updated once more results become available. Please look forward to more.
Will we get a mammalian
Splatoon
character we
3.
can play as? Like we got the Octoling in Splatoon 2?
Updates to come. See you next time.
All right.
So, what did you think? Splatoon 3, taking place in a new world, is scheduled to release in 2022. Please look forward to future updates.
Okay.
Okay.
One more thing?
This is the last trailer we have to show you.
Last trailer.
today.
One more thing.
Please take a look.
Breath of the Wild 2, please. Maybe? What do we got? Nope. What is this? Oh, is this, what was that game called? With the... where you have those creatures that you cast out? Yeah! What was the game called? I forget already. We go into like the alternate dimension. Okay, this... okay, never mind. It's not what I thought it was. This looks completely different. With the monster design. Doesn't look like Bayonetta. P. Platinum? Is it Bayonetta? Yeah, it is the game. I thought it was. I forget what it's called, though. What's it called? Astral Chain. That's it. And Bayonetta... what?
Bad boy.
Wait, what?
It seems I'm unfashionably late, but I'm ready to give you everything you want.
What game is this? Is it Bayonetta with Astral Chain stuff in it, or are they like... are these like merging? Are these franchises merging? We're finally getting Bayonetta 3 info. Yeah, I thought it was Astral Chain at first, but that doesn't look like a Bayonetta type enemy, though. They're usually like very angelic and like gold and white. I mean, that one has some sort of like marble-looking body. So they're gonna change Bayonetta's hair in every game? Her hairstyle? And... oh! Nope. There's her elephant-sounding pet. Alright, we get to fight... do like Godzilla fights. That's really interesting. Oh yeah, because like at the Astral Chain part of it, yeah, you cast out your monster to fight for you, yeah. So we get Astral Chain type mechanics in a Bayonetta game. In the Astral Chain world. That's really interesting. So it is Bayonetta. This is Bayonetta 3. This is really interesting. I forgot that Platinum is the one that made Astral Chain. Next year. All right. Finally. We have some released window. Jean? Jean cut her hair?
What you just saw was the latest trailer for Bayonetta 3. We announced this game in 2017, and we thank you for your patience. This game will launch next year. We hope you look forward to Bayonetta's new encounters. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
All right. That was a good direct. First 3D Kirby game, 64 games on the Switch, Bayonetta 3 announcement and gameplay footage release window of next year. What else was there? The Bayonetta 3 like mixed with Astral Chain. So it's like Bayonetta 3 but also Astral Chain sequel. No Zelda, but I'm satisfied with that. We don't need more Zelda info for quite a while. That game doesn't come out for the first half of next year sometime, so could be as late as like June. So we still have a ways to go for that. And I wasn't expecting Smash Bros. Info, but he said we're going to be getting it on, was it October 5th? We're getting info. So the same day that the Monkey Ball game releases. And there was the Castlevania collection. We got Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch. The original, not like some new remaster. So I'm thinking that if Banjo-Kazooie is going to be on the Nintendo Online, we're not going to get a remaster. Some Mario Party DLC. More info on Age of Calamity. Some more details in the expansion pass. October 29th is when it releases. Okay, so let's pause it. New story for Kakariko Village. Battle of Gapanga, however you say that. Gapanga Village and more. New stages, Colosseum, spelled strangely. Newly added playable characters, Purah and Robbie, and one more. So something new that they're not showing us. Added actions for existing characters. Okay. Pulse of the Ancients. Added character, battle-tested Guardian. Wait. Oh, this is the stuff that we already have. Okay. So looking forward to that. Be going back to that game for the other DLC in, yeah, October 5th. Another early one at 7 a.m. We got the Animal Crossing, more Animal Crossing updates. That's free. Another zombie game. Metroid Dread details. Were the 64 games upscaled? Did it look like they were like 1080p?
And pricing information. Play the Nintendo. For
oh yeah, Sega.
Experiences, as well as in 5 years ago.
Yeah, that looks higher resolution than 480 or 360 or whatever it was on the 64. These still aren't updated, like the textures, that's fine.
System gave many players their first
but like the main game is better. And I wonder if that means,
as well as intense 4-player multiplayer action.
So I wonder if they're going to make the games run more smoothly, because I remember, well actually that would make it have the, so Banjo 2 has a lot of parts where the game runs very slowly because the 64 could barely handle it. I remember for Banjo 2, I even had to get a separate like RAM drive for my 64 that you put in the front of it just so you could run the game. And Rare, knowing that the game would lag for the opening cutscene of Banjo 2, they had to compensate by changing the animations and make the music match it for how much the game was going to be slowed down during the opening cutscene. So on the rare replay on the Xbox 360, is it 360 or the Xbox One, whichever it is, they didn't change that. Like, they didn't slow down the cutscenes, and so the music ends way too early, and it's out of sync. Because it runs smoothly, it isn't slowed down. But the music didn't change. Kirby Crystal Shards is also going to be on there. Kirby Crystal Shards is a really good Kirby game, too, where you can combine every single type of ability you can get with each other. Like dual-type Pokemon. So that was a really interesting thing. Like, Kirby Squeak Squad on the DS, you could fuse some abilities, like the wheel and fire to have a fire wheel, but some abilities, when you mix them, you just get something at random. So you couldn't fuse everything together. But there's going to be F-Zero, the original Pokemon Snap, which I'm happy about the original Pokemon Snap, so people will actually get to play it to see what the original was like and compare it to the new one. It's a much shorter game than I remember it being, too.
Releases. These controls.
And I'll be able to play with a new Nintendo 64 controller to play Banjo-Kazooie with, so it won't be won't have various issues that those old controllers have. The control sticks have some issues. They either get sticky or they get really loose and they'll wiggle around without actually having any input on the character in the game. And this, whose idea was all of this? What is Chris Pratt going to sound like Chris Pratt? Are these, I don't know who this is. I know him from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, are these characters going to sound, and this is hilarious, Jack Black as Bowser. Like, Bowser's supposed to have like a really deep voice, so is he going to deepen his voice for the entire movie, or is it actually going to sound like Jack Black? Like, Bowser's going to sound like Kung Fu Panda. Is that what's going to happen? Bowser's going to talk about how much he wants so much food and he just can't get enough, and because he's a panda who never stops eating. Like, what's going to happen with this? This sounds really funny. He already does lots of comedy stuff and even works with YouTubers a lot too. And then Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I have no idea what that... I mean, Donkey Kong already sounded like in that cheesy cartoon that was 3D animated. He already sounded like Sonic. And so, like if one of those, those like cartoons where some character like touches something or some science experiment goes wrong and they like split into all these different personalities themselves, like, here's the angry version of this character, the sad version, the happy version, the scared version, like their different emotions or different parts of their personality. Like, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong in the original Donkey Kong cartoon, they sounded like different personalities of Sonic the Hedgehog. And that's what I'm imagining Seth Rogen sound like, is another personality of Sonic for Donkey Kong. So Donkey Kong yet again is getting a weird casting. And I recognize him from Portlandia. I don't know who these two people are, though. Spike, as in, like, one of the Koopas, and Kamek. I have no idea what these two people sound like, so I don't know what their voices are going to be. But they have Charles Martini in the movie somewhere. There's going to be, like, references to him. Wait, why did this all go blank? And then Splatoon 3 info. Still no release date, though. Or did they say? I don't think they said a release date for it. And then Bayonetta 3. With Astral Chain. Something I never would have expected. But that means we're going to get to play as Bayonetta for part of the game, like they showed. But then we're also going to have Astral Chain mechanics where you have Bayonetta's pets, she calls them, fight for her in like a Godzilla style gameplay with they're giant and they fight in the city. I wonder if they even will have like a reptile versus ape sort of battle at some point, just to show the fact that they are making it very Godzilla-like. And Bayonetta has pigtails. She's Wendy from the restaurant. And she has like a feathery skirt, short skirt sort of clothing. Because they change her hair in each game. So I was expecting a new hairstyle. First game she had like some really tight bun, and the second game her hair was short. Now she has pigtails. And her hair can change all the time because her entire suit is made of her own hair. Yeah, Sonic is in the new Mario movie. Yeah, this is gonna be really bizarre. I'll watch it just because now I'm not like excited for just Charles Martinet to do the voices of like Wario and Mario and Luigi, but now I'm like curious how all of these characters are going to sound with like Chris Pratt as Mario. This is the most confusing casting I've ever seen. Like, at least with the original Mario Brothers movie in the 90s, that was a horrible movie and they kept changing the script over and over again and everybody who was a part of it hated it. At least the characters looked like the characters. And they didn't sound like Mario and Luigi, but it was a live action, so they were meant to look like the characters more than sound like them. And back then, Mario didn't even have an established voice yet. That wasn't until Mario 64 where Mario actually had his own voice. I think that's when because before Mario had the cartoon where he had the swing your arms from side to side, and that was his voice back in the 80s. So Mario didn't have his Yahoo kind of voice yet. So that didn't even matter back then. But now everybody knows Mario's voice. Let's go! And Luigi! Yahoo! Everybody knows those voices. So did they like train these actors to sound like but why train the actors to sound like the characters unless like is Charles Martinet just like not adequate enough to do the acting for like all the emotions or full sentences or whatever? Like, I mean, Charles Martinet was an actor before he did the voice of Mario, so I don't see why they wouldn't have him do the voice. It'd be a lot of work for him to do multiple voices. Well, they didn't even show like Wario, so he'd only be doing Mario and Luigi, and that's fine if one person does the voice of two characters, so this is just bizarre. And now I'm curious just because I like bizarre, weird, strange things. So now I'm just like intensely curious rather than just excited that we're going to get a Mario movie. Like I'm still excited for it, but now I'm just... This gives a whole new like unknown expectation for this. Oh, there it goes. All right. So that's going to be into that. Thanks for hanging out and watching this with me. This really exciting and also bizarre with the Mario movie casting direct. We'll see where all this goes. I'm curious to see what the first trailer is going to look like. But I'm looking forward to Bayonetta 3. That looks really cool. The first 3D Kirby game. I'm still hoping that we'll eventually get a full 3D Yoshi game. The what is it? The Yoshi's Crafted World is somewhat 3D, where you kind of go back and forth on the stages, but it's still like a very set trail, and you can aim at things in the background and the foreground. So it's kind of 3D, but it's not a full-on like Mario Odyssey or this Land of the Forgotten, is that what it's called for the Kirby game? So I don't know how to end this.